Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Thursday. Today we are going to continue with We Are Readers. Let's get started. Let's sing our gathering song. It's time to read, it's time to read. Here we are, here we are. We're finding what to read now, sitting on our spots now, ready to read, ready to read. I hope you're in your reading spot. Let's go. We are on lesson number 4. And lesson number 4 is about readers read from cover to cover. And you should have read your alphabet book, the Beetle alphabet book. Now that book is quite silly. And that book, you don't always have to read cover to cover if you're looking for a certain beetle. But our skill today is talking about reading cover to cover, just like list to list or calendar, because if you forget something, you never know what's gonna happen. So let's get started with our lesson. Now, here are our skills we're gonna work on. We are readers, we can look, we can think, and we can read. So let's click on our lesson. This is where it's got. All right. So let's look at the schedule. Now, if I just look at the schedule, I might just look at the big, bold morning meeting in the middle because it's purple and everything else is red. But if I read from top to bottom, as I should, because that's how we read, from left to right and top to bottom, our schedule says reading, recess, specialist, math, morning meeting, quiet time, lunchtime, closing circle, and writing. Now, I want you to think, what is your schedule? What do we do first thing in the morning? You're right, we do morning meeting. So morning meeting really should be up at the top. And then our schedule looks a little goofy right now because we're not live all day long. But once we go live, we'll have morning meeting and foundations, and we'll take a little break, a brain break. Then we'll go into reading, and then we will have work time, and then we'll have specials, which will still be online. And then we will have recess and brain break and snack. And then we'll have skill building, which means it's time for me and Mrs. J to check in with you and work on maybe seeing what letters and sounds you know, what numbers and shapes you know. Then we'll have math. Then we'll have more work time. Then we'll have lunch and quiet time. And then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you'll have writing. And on Tuesday, Thursday, you'll have science and social studies, and you get to go into games and play those to learn about the things we're working on. And then we'll end our day with closing circle. That looks a lot different than this, doesn't it? Let's see. When we're reading a schedule, we need to know what we do first, reading or morning meeting. What happens next? Just like in a story, we want to know what happens first, in the middle, and last. It is important to know how to read the schedule so we know when to do things. What happens next when things are done? Is it science time or is it math time? Is it reading time or is it snack time? Is it lunchtime or is it closing circle? If I don't know my schedule, I don't know what to do next. It's the same thing when you're reading a story. If you don't read from the beginning to the end, you miss parts of a story that could be really important. So this is what our schedule really looks like. Morning meeting, reading, specialist, recess and snack, math, lunch, quiet time, writing, and closing circle. And that way, when we know our schedule, we know what to do next, we know what is expected, we know when our homework is due, all of those things. So I want you to remember that it's very important to pay attention to your schedule. It's very important to pay attention to all the parts of a story, because when we miss a part, we might miss something really important and it changes the whole story. If I didn't read the middle of a story, I might not know how the problem gets solved, or what the problem is, or what princess came out, or what superhero showed up. All of those things are things that happen in the whole story, not just at the beginning, not just at the end, and not just in the middle. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow, boys and girls. Bye.